Hi everyone, welcome back to another gameplay of BTD6. So let's complete the new map that has been added in this last update, Bloonarius Prime. I'm going to show you right now Chimps, and hopefully it's going to be a black border. Yeah, I got the gold border already, but I think the strategy I'm going to show you is going to be pretty reliable. It's going to involve using Sauda as zero, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So I've been using Sauda for both Halfkish, Improbable, and also I think that for Chimps she works very nicely. I'm gonna place her always in the exact same spot, so closest to the left, with the range almost touching the upper portion here of the path, and yeah, that should be enough. And then I think here one of these rounds you need to use you need to place on that monkey, because otherwise you just cannot pop everything. So I'm gonna place it right here. All right, again, last exact positioning, so closest to the right, and then just leaving 2 units of range here from the top side. And then here you should be able to afford a sniper. I'm gonna place it up here. All right, and you should be able to pop this blue balloon, and then you're gonna set it on strong. So placing the sniper closest to the top, and then here leaving like half of the path available down here, so that the sniper can actually attack. And yeah, that should be good. So next I'm gonna place a sub right here, closest to the top, and then here just taking a look at the range of the sub, you're gonna place it so that the sub actually like touches here this portion, this brown portion of the path, right? So that's just what you want. 101, and then I'm gonna just get it 201 and then 202. Here around 15, if you don't have the sub with advanced into yet, you might need to use sub level 3. So I'm gonna just use it there in the intersection, and then yeah, that's the sub 201. As you can see, it's pretty straightforward, pretty easy in terms of gameplay. All right. And here I'm gonna get this sniper now 100, and now I'm gonna place another sniper. In this case, I'm gonna place it like closest to the bottom. And then I'm gonna just tell you what I look at. I'm gonna just place it so that here at the beginning, right? So see the line of sight that is gonna be blocked by this obstacle. So you wanna place the sniper so that the line of sight just reaches the right side of the path right here. See? So in that way, the sniper can attack all this first portion. Then it just cannot attack this part right here, and then it can attack again at the end. And on the other side, you can't only attack this very small turn, or the other path is free. And I'm gonna just get here with this sniper 003, then 023. So we'll get, in this case, a 025 sniper, pretty cheap. And in this case, in this map, it's pretty good, because you can have pretty good pierce in all this first portion of this right side, and also in the left, and also in the right side. All right, here we go. Now I'm gonna just get it 023. round 40, the mob is gonna be very easy because you're gonna have a Sauda level 3. You're gonna use it as you pop the mob layer, and therefore in that way you can just pretty much just one-shot all the ceramics. Even if you do use the ability with the slightly wrong timing, you should still be able to make it. So for example here I'm gonna just use a level 3 for this Bloons around 37. And actually here I'm gonna just get this sniper, I think, yeah, 101, because I need the extra attack speed, otherwise I just cannot pop those Bloons as efficiently. Then here I should be able to get this sniper 024. Here we go. Now you can pop Bloons with the sniper itself, so you don't need anymore the other sniper. But of course on Chimps you can sell, so yeah, you have to just keep it. So you can see there around 40, just use Sauda level 3 to be safe, but I'm pretty sure that between the snipers and the sub, like, you can completely destroy all the Bloons even if you don't use her level 3. Now I'm gonna just get the sniper 025. It's not very expensive, it's like 15,000 cash, so should be able to afford it like around 51, maybe around 50, around 51. And then I will start building up the tower that of course is going to be needed for the rest of the gameplay. That is going to be, in my case, I think, I mean, I've been trying with the perma spike, and it works just super nicely, so that's why I'm gonna use it. But I've seen some strategies using like Prince of Darkness, using the Apache Prime, and using just a bunch of different strategies. If you can make it through the early game, then I mean the late game just depends on what you prefer to use. So here we go, on 59. Actually I can afford already the Elite Defender. And now we'll just get first a village. So a village around here, alright, with discount. And I will start placing and upgrading the Spike Factory. So it doesn't really matter where you place the Spike Factory, because as you're gonna get more range, then you're gonna get the Alchemist. You're gonna be able to eventually reach the other portion of the path, so you don't need to like place it right here. So yeah, I'm gonna place it in this case around here. I think it should be fine. All right, so I'm gonna actually place it like this on a smart. Therefore, in this way, this Spike Factory, depending on the round, so if in the round the Bloons are gonna follow the right side, it's gonna place more spikes in the right side. If instead on the round the Bloons follow the left side, the Spike Factory is gonna place more spikes in the left. So it's pretty cool, and in this way you don't need to change like between like close and far permanently, depending on the round. And just remember that the more you play on, the less prime numbers there are, because of course they are more and more rare as the numbers increase. So yeah, that's another thing. So it's a lot more important having like a lot of spikes in the left rather than having a lot of them in the right side. And just remember that the most critical rounds in the early game, like round 63 especially, and then like round maybe 76 and 78, are gonna all come from the left. So yeah, if you have more spikes there, it should be fine. So as you can see, other than using Sauda's abilities in the early game, then for the rest of the game, like from round 40, I haven't used her abilities. And until like very late in the game, where you just wanna add some more damage on the Bloons, you're not gonna really need her abilities. Right, so this is round 63. So here, if you want, you can actually use Sauda level 3 or Sauda level 10 if you want to clear up these Bloons a little sooner, but you can see that the sniper is enough. Normally I just use Sauda level 10 for the very last rush, because like the Bloons start pushing forward, but that's the only reason. And then here, yeah, around 64, like I used Sauda level 3 there, but I don't think it's like strictly needed. Even if like you pop the mob, you have all these spikes that are there to take care of like the ceramics, and of course you're still attacking with the sniper. But yeah, just to be safe, of course you want to get the black border, so you want to like minimize the RNG and the chances of losing. And of course at the same time South is leveling up. I think now she's level, yeah, she's almost level 11. And yeah, I just need like 8,000 more cash to get the perma spike. It's around 71 here. There are a lot of mobs, so just make sure that you have South abilities ready, and you see, like for example here, see some mobs pushing forward. Just be ready to use her level 10. Like if you see these Bloons pushing too forward, yeah, you can use her level 10, but her level 3 should be enough. And that should be the perma spike now, around 72. All right. So now we're gonna get the village 202, increasing the attack speed of perma spike. And next you're gonna build an Alchemist. Now very important, when you build this Alchemist, you're gonna place it so that it only has the perma spike in range. You don't want to have the Alchemist like buffing the sniper, so you're gonna place it like around, even here should be good. So just make sure the Alchemist buffs only the Spike Factory. In that way, like all the Mexodips, all the brews are gonna be given to the Spike Factory, and yeah, that's gonna be very important for DDTs later on, because otherwise, if you don't have always the Mexodip active on the Spike Factory, you might have some spikes that cannot pop Bloons, and therefore that's of course very bad. So just make sure that you have the Alchemist buffing only the Spike Factory. And now, as you can see, because you have all the defenses from the Spike Factory, you don't need any more to use like South abilities when the Bloons are up, getting close towards the end. Alright, here we go, 400 only, should be enough. And from this point on, you're gonna just build a kinda of supporting towers that are gonna increase all the damage, and that are gonna just, you know, do more damage to my class Bloons, are gonna slow them down, and that way you can just have more spikes. So that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna get right here a village, so this spot right here should be good. In this case I'm gonna get with camo detection, and then just a primary mentoring village, so I'm gonna get the village 4 to 0 right away. First. In that way, all the next primary towers I'm gonna place are gonna be already discounted because of this. And the first upgrade is gonna be free, so of course it's just a lot of benefits. And let's start placing it now here, a glue gunner. Now you're gonna place your primary towers very close to the beginning of the path, because as you can see, when you are facing the rounds where the balloons are actually following the right side, they're gonna just be a little bit of time in the left, then gonna be appearing from the right. So you're gonna place these towers very close towards the top side, so in that way you can like glue them, you can damage them at least a little bit before they teleport to the other side of the map. So glue gunner 0 to 3. So that's the first thing. That already increases the damage that Sauda deals against map classmates because of the slow. And then I'm gonna just build up here to mob presses. Again, like as close as possible towards the top and towards the right side. And because I'm gonna build 2, remember my video that I made where I showed actually 0 to 3, 0 to 4 or 204 mob presses. When you get 2, it's always better to get them 204. So that's what I'm gonna get now, 2 boomerangs here, 204. And strong, of course. And this is gonna just keep the map class balloons more time in range of Sauda. And of course, this knocking of the map class balloons is considered like a stun, and therefore you increase even further the damage that Sauda deals. So it's not just to to give more time to the spike factory to place more spikes, but also because you are increasing the damage that Sauda is doing. So in this case here, I don't have a lot of spikes in the right side. I've started just getting some in this round. But yeah, this should still be good. And then I'm gonna get here a sub. Alright. 032, and then I'm gonna get a first strike capability. I'm gonna get it very early. Because of the fact that in that way we'll have another activated ability that I can use like on ZOMGs or on other rounds that are gonna just help me a lot at like one-shotting or damaging a lot map class balloons. And of course for round 100 it's just very nice to always go with our first strike, so in that way you damage the BD before it reaches the perma spike. And also here I'm gonna just get a 031 Alchemist to create the explosions as well. Again, here you can see around 89 the balloons following the right side, so you can see that that's why I don't have many spikes. And these rounds are where you have to be more careful, and you might want to use Sauda abilities. So in the next I think only around 97 is going to be a prime number, so the 245 ZOMGs are going to follow this right side. So I'm gonna just get here another sniper, possibly in range of the village, but not in range of the Alchemist, so that should be perfect. Strong, and I'm gonna just get a main mob here. Once again, just another tower that can stun mob class balloons, that can just keep them at the beginning, just increasing the damage from Sauda and just giving more time for the spike factory to place more spikes. I'm not building here an engineer, an overclock engineer, but if you want, you can build it. It's just up to you, I guess. Don't worry about DDTs because you can always destroy them with the perma spikes. Yeah. So here 94 is where I start using the first strike to destroy some of these ZOMGs that start like stacking up like crazy on top of each other. So yeah. And now I could start building the overclock, right? I'm gonna just need it for the last couple of rounds. So here, if you want, you can use like Sauda level 3 or Sauda level 10. So I'm gonna just use a level 10 just to damage these DDTs a little bit more. And therefore my spike factory pile is not damaged that much. Now here again, you wanna use when you start seeing the ZOMGs coming out, you wanna use the first strike. Remember, it's very important you have first strike up for the beginning of round 97 for the fortified ZOMGs. So that's why I'm gonna use it right at the beginning. So in this case, all this time I'm gonna have extra to just pop these balloons should like allow me to recharge my ability. So the important thing is just being able to destroy like at least one of these ZOMGs that are going to be fortified. So I'm going to use the ability. I don't see the ZOMGs, but as you can see, I was able to destroy one, only some fortified mobs, and the second one is being stunned right there by the sniper. So unfortunately Sauda cannot reach it, but yeah, I'm using here overclock on the spike factory as well. Now in this case, you don't want to use first strike on the second ZOMG because you want to have the ability for around 98. So I don't know how longer it's gonna take to destroy the ZOMG, so I'm just gonna make sure that I have a lot of spikes here. Around 98, actually here I can actually just place it on close because around 98, 99 and 100 all the balloons are gonna follow this left side. So I'm gonna just place the spike factory now on close. Right, overclock. And then once again, when you see the ZOMGs, just use the first strike. So here I'm gonna use also Sauda level 10, why not, just to clear up a little bit of the ceramics. But you can see that my raw spike pile is still very strong and it's holding very nicely. Around 99, you just tank the DDTs with the spikes, and then finally this is the BAD. So in this case you want to just use first strike at the very beginning of the round. Then when Sauda just can't attack anymore because of the range, you want to use her level 3, and you can also use a level 10 if you want to, and then just use the overclock on the perma spike, and yeah, this number of spikes should be already enough. So this is plenty of damage. And that's it. So that's the strategy. You can even use, I think, here first strike again just to destroy the BD in like a couple of DDTs sooner. And that's it. So that's Chimps Black Border. I hope you guys enjoyed, and see ya. Bye bye.